Hey there, Shawn Bayley, and welcome to this video where I'm going to take you through an email marketing tutorial and just kind of give you the lowdown on how this all works here. So this one is going to be awesome. Make sure you watch this video all the way to the end because I've got something super awesome for you that you can get your hands on. If you wouldn't mind clicking the old buttons here, like, subscribe, notify, and I'd love it if you commented underneath. Tell me what you loved about these videos or ask me any questions about email marketing, and I always try to reply. Thanks in advance. I really appreciate it. It really helps me out with YouTube. I'll show you how you can do this with a simple landing page, and you can go ahead and even take this landing page for a spin yourself if you want. Just go to shawnbayley.com/yes please to get your hands on this funnel that I'll show you in this demonstration here. The second thing is Drip email marketing. That is the tool. I think it's just called Drip, but it takes care of my email marketing, and there's lots of different types of like email autoresponders or like CRM software that'll handle getting the people's email address when they sign up and then doing some awesome cool automation once they get on board. And I like to use templates. I'm a big fan of them, as you will see inside the video here. So if we take a look from kind of the top down as far as how this all works, now once they land on our landing page, they're going to see an offer for a free, like a PDF, free report. Once they put in their name and email address, then they're going to land on our thank you page. Now, once they do that, we're going to send them the welcome email that's got a link so that they go and download the free report. But the email marketing is what kicks in after that. Once we send them that free report, what do we send them on day 1, 2, 3? How do we engage with them effectively and get them to, engage and open our emails? So as far as the process, first thing we need to do is go and actually set up the pages. So like I said, you can go and grab this funnel. I'll show you. We're going to actually get inside and I'll show you the actual page itself in just a few minutes, but basically it's going to be referred to as an opt-in page or a squeeze page or a landing page, and it's very simple. As you'll see, simple is better than more complex, and I'll show you a really simple, easy design that you can borrow here as we go in. So like you saw in the process map, the next step is to have the thank you page. So this is where they're going to land after they've opted in. So we can have them land basically wherever we want. Now, we like to have some type of confirmation that lets them know, hey, your free report is on its way. Next, we want to set up the form. So that's going to be over in our email autoresponder. We just set up a form and put in whatever fields that we want. Now, the great thing is we can make the forms, either optional or required. The email form is always going to be required, but the other forms we can put in if we want to ask for first name, last name, the city that they're in, even their phone number if we want. And the cool thing is when you make these things kind of optional, you'll be surprised how many people, if we say that it's required to put in your name and email address, but the phone number is optional, how many people will just go ahead and put in their phone number anyways. So after we've created the form, then we just want to go ahead and integrate. So setting up the form, it's pretty simple, especially if you're just starting out. Just ask for the email address and keep it simple. It's going to generate some code, some HTML code, but that's really easy. All we have to do is just copy the code and paste it to our funnel builder. Next, we want to set up our email series. So here is where we want to put our time and attention and make sure that these things are powerful. Now, the first and most important thing is that the subject line is essentially your headline. That's what's going to make people want to open the email and read further, right? If the subject line doesn't get them to open and click, then that's just a waste. Inside the actual emails, we want to make sure that we use the words you more than the words I or me. So it's really easy to go through and kind of edit through the emails once you've created them. And if you see something like a sentence that says, I'll show you how to write up awesome emails that always get opened, it's easy to go and change it to you'll discover how to set up and create awesome emails that always get open, right? So you want to make sure that you make it about them and not about you. Next is to use shortcuts. And a great shortcut is some type of formula, whether it's AIDA, which is attention, interest, decision, action, problem, agitate, solution, or how to, this one's Frank Kern's, I got this one from, how to yay without boo. Essentially, it's how to gain without something unpleasant, like how to lose 10 pounds in 10 days without giving up all the awesome greasy food that everyone loves to eat. Now this one here is actually really, really important. I actually probably should have put this one first because of how important it is. People talk about you want to provide value. Yes, you do want to provide value, but you want to make sure that you include stories or tell stories. Stories are the key to what makes it personal. And once it becomes personal, you're going to get different results because when it's personal, people open emails from friends, right? Because it's personal. Next, don't be afraid to broadcast emails. Don't be afraid to send out multiple emails in a day. Especially if you're promoting a limited time offer. Broadcasting is awesome, and you want to get used to sending out broadcast emails. Now, once you got an email series set up, Great thing is you can get some results and then start testing, analyzing, and optimizing it. And you can do different things depending on your provider, like setting up split tests, and you want to try different subject lines. As far as if you've got an email that isn't getting very much action, change up the subject line. Now, a great subject line formula is to do some type of, especially if it's the first email series that they're going to get from you, is some type of series, right? People have this thing where they want to complete sequences. So if you send out one that's like email 1 of 5 or 1 of 7 or whatever, and then 2 of 5, and keep sending out that series, people are more likely to open and engage with it. Invoke curiosity by using, like, say, blank enclosed, right? What is that? They want to, open the email to find out what it is that they're talking about. What is it you're talking about? And the fact that it's enclosed, they know that they have to open in order to get to it. Another great one to use is the word warning. Don't overuse this one, though. But warning is a great one to use as far as if you want to get good open rates on an email. Think about using a pattern interrupt like a question. Questions make for great emails. Or for great subject lines. If you've got a subject line and you can turn it into a question and make it happen, make it into a question. I always get good results from question emails. I'm a big fan of using questions. Go swipe subject lines from your own inbox. Go and look inside your own inbox and find the emails that made you open. What about the subject line was it that made you open? And then go and swipe that subject line and take it for yourself. And then once you've got an email series, you can go find your lowest performing emails and then improve them, change the subject line up, change the email up, and see if you can't get better results from it. So if we go and actually look at the pieces themselves here, so here, once we're inside our funnel builder, you can see we really don't need much. We've got a headline, a picture of whatever. This could be a picture of our free report, a picture of an ebook or whatever, and then we've got our form and a button to submit. That's it. You can't even, once we're done, we hit save and go take a look at this page. You can't even scroll. There's nowhere to go up or down. That's it. They either want this thing or they click away, and that's what we want as far as an opt-in. And the great thing is I could go and I could duplicate this page and just change out the headline to say, thanks, your free report is on the way. Right? Delete this. Boom, I've got my thank you page set up in just a few minutes. Now, once I'm over inside my email autoresponder or whatever I'm using to handle the emails is where I'm going to go and set up my form. So once my form's created, whatever fields I want, maybe I want the email, maybe I want the first name, maybe I want the phone number. It's going to generate some code for me over here. So my HTML code. So all I have to do is just select all of this, copy it, and then I'm just going to go and paste it into my actual funnel builder itself. I go into integrations, boom, HTML, and then paste it in, and then hit save. Right? It's really easy as far as you don't have to worry. Don't be scared by by the word code. You usually just have to copy and paste it somewhere. Now, once I'm inside the email campaigns portion is where I'm going to go and set up my emails. Email number 1 of this campaign. So I like to use, again, like I say, you like to use templates. So do you use, and then this could be solution or niche here. Right, and then I just swap out these parts here where it talks about solution or benefits or proof, desire, expectations, results, and those types of things, that information you can get. With this one, the great thing is you can go find out these fears, results, expectations, desires, problems, questions, roadblocks that people are having, and then just go and copy it from there into here, and then you've got this stuff ready to go in their own world, right? Like, what's holding you back? Are you tired of being in and out of the corporate world, or trying to find a job with perfect hours because you have a child that gets sick easily, right? So I mean, there's tons of powerful stuff here. Desires, leave the 9-to-5 rat race, trying to give my daughter a better life than I had, right? So these types of things you can go and incorporate into those sections when you're swapping out inside your template here. Whether you're talking about, like, benefits and proof or offer or whatnot, like, you're going to know your offer, but these other things are where you can go and get those awesome gems and have them in the person's own words themselves, where they're like, oh my god, it just, like, that's exactly what I've thought. That's how you make these templates super powerful, right? Then once I'm done, I just hit save, go back, click add email, and then I start in on email number 2. And again, like I say, it's just boom, using a template, right? So for this one here, I'm going to talk about some proof and problem and false solutions, results that they want, go through some problem and agitate, and then just use the next template that I have in my bundle of templates there. Again, once I'm done, hit save and publish. So now here inside the workflow, this is where it gets into kind of visual. So as far as this workflow, what's going to happen? Well, we want them, when they submit the form, we want them to send them a campaign. So here I would define my trigger would be go and say submitted a form. Which form? We'll say when it's, I'm just going to pick one. We'll say any form for now. I'm not going to actually turn this on. So when they submit a form, then I choose my next one. I want to have an action, and I want to send a campaign. So we'll just say onboarding sequence, update that one. So now I'm sending them a campaign, right? But we can do other stuff in here as far as, because once we do things like applying tags, then we can get more advanced with our automations, right? So here, submit a form, apply a tag, send them a campaign. We can even do things like add a delay of, let's say, 8 days, because that's how long it's going to take for that campaign to run, and then they'll exit, and then maybe we have them start another workflow, right? So it's visual, it's really easy. Some go top to bottom. I've seen others where they go kind of left to right with the workflow, but it's just basically a process of automation here. Like, this is going to happen, then this, then this, and this. So once you understand that, it's actually pretty easy to use. But the power really comes from what you say. When you go find that information, put it into your ultimate answer file, and then put that into your templates when you fill them out, that's when you're going to get some awesome results. So if you like this video, I've got some awesome templates for you that you can get your hands on. Just go to ShawnBayley.com/easy email. As you can see, they're just fill in the blank templates, really simple. They're designed to get you up and running really quick with your email marketing so that you can start sending out some powerful emails. Thanks for watching this, and I'll see you in the next video.